Welcome to English Talk Avenue, where you learn English through calm and meaningful stories. Listen slowly, understand deeply, and grow your language step by step with us. Power without humanity can turn ambition into destruction, leadership into cruelty, and influence into fear. When a person gains power but loses empathy, the results can damage not only one life but millions. History shows that intelligence, confidence, and strong speech are not enough to guide a nation. What matters most is humanity, responsibility, and respect for others. When these values disappear, power becomes dangerous. Adolf Hitler's life is often used as a clear example of this truth, not to glorify him, but to understand how lack of humanity can change the direction of history. Adolf Hitler began life as an ordinary boy. He was not born powerful. He was not born famous. He grew up in a small family and lived a simple early life. Like many young people, he had dreams. He wanted success. He wanted recognition. He wanted to feel important. When his dream of becoming an artist failed, he felt rejected and angry. Instead of learning patience or self-reflection, he allowed bitterness to grow inside him. This emotional wound slowly shaped his thinking and behavior. As he grew older, his frustration increased. He struggled financially. He felt ignored by society. He believed the world had treated him unfairly. Many people face failure, but the difference lies in how they respond to it. Some choose growth. Others choose blame. Hitler chose blame. He looked for enemies instead of solutions. He searched for someone to hold responsible for his pain. After World War I, Germany was suffering. The economy was broken. Jobs were scarce. Food was limited. People were afraid of the future. In times like these, people often look for strong voices. They want hope. They want direction. Hitler understood this need. He spoke confidently. He promised change. He offered simple answers to complex problems. His words gave people a sense of purpose, even if those words were built on lies. Power began to grow around him slowly. At first, he had no official authority. But influence does not always start with a title. It starts with ideas. His speeches were emotional. He spoke about pride, loss, and national identity. Many listeners felt understood. They felt heard. This emotional connection gave him power over their minds. However, this power was not guided by kindness or truth. It was guided by anger and control. As his influence increased, his humanity decreased. He stopped seeing people as individuals. He divided society into groups. He decided who was worthy and who was not. This is one of the most dangerous signs of inhuman power. When leaders stop seeing people as human beings and start seeing them as tools or threats, cruelty becomes easy. Violence becomes acceptable. Suffering becomes invisible. Once he gained political power, he removed opposition. He silenced critics. He controlled the media. Fear replaced freedom. People were afraid to speak. Fear is a powerful tool, but it destroys trust and unity. A society built on fear cannot remain healthy. It becomes silent on the outside and broken on the inside. Without humanity, power does not protect life. It uses life. Millions suffered because decisions were made without compassion. Families were destroyed. Innocent people were punished. Children grew up in fear. All of this happened not because of one action, but because humanity was removed step by step. Each small act of cruelty made the next one easier. Power without humanity also spreads responsibility away from the individual. People begin to say they are just following orders. They stop thinking. They stop questioning. This is another danger. When people give up moral responsibility, cruelty spreads quickly. Humanity requires courage. It requires saying no to wrong actions, even when it is difficult. The world learned painful lessons during this time. Technology, organization, and discipline were used without empathy. Progress was turned into destruction. Intelligence was turned into manipulation. Power, when separated from ethics, became a weapon. History reminds us that strong leadership must be guided by moral values, not personal anger. It is important to understand that this story is not only about one man. It is about systems, choices, and silence. It is about what happens when people stop caring about others. When society allows hate to grow, it becomes normal. When hate becomes normal, violence follows. This pattern can repeat in different forms if lessons are forgotten. Humanity means seeing others as equal. It means understanding pain even when it is not your own. It means using strength to protect, not to dominate. Power guided by humanity builds schools, communities, and peace. Power without humanity builds fear, prisons, and graves. Learning this lesson is important for every generation. Not everyone will be a leader, but everyone has influence. Words can hurt or heal. Choices can help or harm. Silence can support injustice. Speaking up can protect humanity. Small actions matter more than we think. When we study history calmly and honestly, we do not study it to hate, but to understand. Understanding helps us choose better paths. It helps us recognize warning signs. It helps us value kindness, fairness, and responsibility. Power is not evil by itself. Leadership is not dangerous by nature. But when power grows without compassion, it becomes destructive. Humanity is the balance that keeps strength from becoming cruelty. This balance must be protected every day in governments, in communities, and in our personal lives. As English learners, listening to such stories helps you grow language and awareness together. You learn words, but you also learn meaning. You learn how language can influence minds and shape history. This is why storytelling is powerful. It teaches more than facts. It teaches lessons. If you found this lesson meaningful and helpful for your English learning, please subscribe to English Talk Avenue and continue this journey of language and understanding with us.